everyone, it's Tom here.
And I'm Philippa.
And this is our conservatory. And it's great to be coming from our home into yours for Sunday Night Live-ish.
We are so glad that you could join us today, whether you're here from TLC or you've been invited by a friend or perhaps you've just stumbled across us. We are so glad that we are spending our Sunday night with you. Tom, what's coming up?
Let's have loads of fun for the next 53 minutes. We're going to have live music. We've got a head-to-head challenge between two people that you might know. We have got some funny things that you might be able to associate with that are going to make you smile. We've got an amazing story of someone's life and many other things along the way.
It's going to be a great night. And I also hear there's a chance for you at home to win a prize too. How does that work, Tom?
We're going to be doing something where you get to interact and take part in a few familiar quiz shows that you might recognise from your childhood. But anyway, enough said, we're going to get on with the show. First up,
let's start with some music. Let's go.
And there's no confusion the darkness could ever hide. And your resurrection, the power that lives inside. And Jesus, our anthem, our only way to truth. The gospel is freedom. We live and we breathe good news. We only have one true love. You'll always be enough. You will always be enough. There's only one God. There's only one truth. It will always be you. It will always be you. Ooh, oh. It will always be you. Ooh, oh. And your arms are open, a savior we can't deny. Your promise is proven, the evidence is our lives. We only have one true love. You'll always be enough. You will always be enough. There's only one God. There's only one truth. It will always be you. It will always be you. Ooh, oh. It will always be you. Ooh, oh. The only one over the heavens and earth, who was, who is, who soon will return. Jesus, our King, you eternally reign. We raise the highest of praise. The only one over the heavens and earth, who was, who is, who soon will return. Jesus, our King, you eternally reign. We raise the highest of praise. We only have one true love. You'll always be enough. You will always be enough. There's only one God. There's only one truth. It will always be you. It will always be you. Ooh, oh. It will always be you. Ooh, oh.
we're about to do something with Josh, Gail, and Beth Corbett. They know they're taking part in a challenge. They don't know what it is. This could be a lot of fun. Let's start a call. Hello, everyone.
Hey. Hey.
You don't know what's going on.
No, we're
All right.
in the unknown.
Know this. There's going to be a prize and there's going to be a forfeit for the winner and for the loser. So
Okay.
you're going to want to win, trust me, and you don't want to lose. As you know, many of our lives have been moved online in these past few months. Nothing sums this change up quite like our nationwide embracing of Zoom. So for today's head-to-head, all you need to do is try and assemble the biggest Zoom chat you can in half an hour. Say you've got a family that you get on there and they've got 7 people on their screen, they'll get 7 points. At 3:30, we're going to do a 10-second countdown. At the end of that is the moment. We capture it on the screen and the person with the most wins. If you manage to get 2 identical twins on the screen, then we're going to give you a whole 10 bonus points. The winner gets their dinner paid for tonight by us. Anything you want delivered to your house. The loser gets a different kind of surprise. This week, you need to do what we're going to be calling the human tea. So you need to, fully clothed, put 160 out-of-date tea bags we've had from Open Hands into a hot bath. You get in and record it, and we play it on Sunday Night Live-ish. I know which one you prefer. It's Just Eat or Just Tea. It's Deliveroo or Bath of Taifu. It's Uber Eats or Brew Your Feets.
I'm just a bit taken by surprise here. I'm like going through like ideas in my head.
The chat will open in 5 minutes time, so you've got 15 minutes to assemble people, and of course you've got to keep them there. So of course some of you have overlapping friendships, people that you both know. You may have to fight. If someone tries to go on both, neither of them count. So you're going to have to fight for people's view. And I'll see you both just before 3:30. Your time, head to head, starts now. Okay, I know you want it, but part 2 of Head to Head is coming up in just a few minutes' time.
One thing that I'm sure many of us can now associate with is video calls. We are now all experts, well, most of us are experts, on stuff like Zoom and WhatsApp video, and it is a joy. Tom, do you like Zoom?
Do you know what? I like some of it. We had a Skype call governors meeting actually at a school that I'm a governor at the other day, and someone was managing to send screenshots over and over again in the chat just of their face and other people's faces looking confused, which I did smile at. I just need to say I'm always properly dressed for our daily Zoom calls as part of a TLC staff. Always dressed from the top of my head to the tip of my toes.
Well, yeah, we'll believe you. Do you know, I actually have got something that I've never told you, but we have Zoom meetings at lunchtimes, and I always get a bit hungry, and so I have to admit there have been a few times where I've pretended to go and sort the kids out, and I've gone off camera, and I've had something to eat.
Have you ever, just before you've muted, said like, Rosie, and then like press mute?
I can't believe I've just admitted that.
There you go.
I promise it won't happen again.
A promise is a big word.
It is. Anyway.
So, you ready? We have been trawling the internet for some of the best Zoom fails. You're going to love this.
It is present here today. If you're paying
Here, go ahead. Everybody can join and draw on the paper. Isn't that cool? All right, that's it. Stop it. Okay.
Meditation is great for bringing about a sense of relaxation, well-being. So starting just quickly by breathing in and breathing out.
Your product. Decreasing the product. What does Le Chatelier say?
Talk to you guys tomorrow. See you guys.
What's up?
Tony, I can see you.
We can all see you.
And I'm standing on the Empire State Building on this ledge, and if I just
When I'm 100, my eldest son will be 88 and you will be 86.
Right, so I've just been given a challenge by Tom to gather as many people as I can onto a Zoom call. First protocol, I need to charge my phone. And 2, I feel like I need to call an emergency meeting with my flatmates.
So it looks like Josh is getting all the boys involved.
Right, boys, you're both a bit confused. I feel like what we need to do is we need to get a table, we need to get a sheet of paper, we need to start writing down people, we need to start contacting, we need to put it in the Burstal chat, we need to get Revolution on board.
So I'm really hoping you girls stand up and vote and, join my Zoom, so let's see what happens here.
I know a couple of people on the inside that I feel like might help me here. Let's get it sorted, we've got 15 minutes, let's go.
Early lead for Beth. 2 early participants. She's got to keep them around for 14 whole more minutes. We've got a 4th person on. Alice is on. Need to clarify, Josh currently has no people on his chat.
I'm surprised Josh Gale hasn't sent any messages in any of the group chats that we're in.
I was wondering, because I was like, I've not seen anything from Josh.
So far, nobody has logged on to Team Josh. Even Josh himself is not on yet. This could be very one-sided indeed.
Out of curiosity, how windy has it been down in Leicester?
Sophie Bennett has just been stolen to Team Josh. He's already swaying the youth vote.
You can invite your families, invite anyone.
I've joined with my dog.
Love that, we love that. Hey everyone, okay, thank you for joining.
Team Josh has bloomed. We're well over 20 on Team Josh.
No, Callum, we're not jumping
Come on,
ship.
we've got international happening. Guitar is up.
Team Beth is growing by the minute, but Josh Gale, it seems like he's got the edge. We're into our last 30 seconds, we're about to go live. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! Let's hear it for Team Beth! Let's hear it for Team Josh!
Okay. This was closer than you think, but to find out the results, you got to tune in next week.
Beth, Josh, who's your winner? Who is the winner? You'll find out right at the end of the show tonight.
Now, one thing that we love to do, or especially Tom loves to do, is find funny things on the internet. And quite often we'll be lying in bed and I hear this sound and the whole bed will begin to shake as Tom loses himself.
You losing yourself as well.
As Tom finds some funny things on the internet. So Tom, what have you got for us today?
Well, I've been looking at some funny COVID-19 based tweets. Now, obviously, no one's been on Twitter since like 2014.
It is true. Do you even have a Twitter account?
The only reason I go on Twitter is to find out about a cultural phenomenon or if there's something big happening right now.
If you are a Twitterer, then maybe you could tweet that you're watching this right now.
Yeah, you could tweet us, MySpace us, get it on there. That's good. Anyway. Here's some MSN Messenger. Yeah, hit us up on the instance. Okay, are you ready? It's time for some of the best COVID-19 tweets. Here we go. I love this one. How I used to begin work emails. Hi, how I begin work emails now. I hope your family is in good health. So true, isn't it?
It's true. Have you ever said the two words stay and safe together so often? I haven't, but stay safe has become a part of everyone's vocabulary.
Yeah, the other day somebody signed off from a conversation I was on with the kind words "stay sage," stay sage, people. Okay, week 1 alarm clock, no change. Week 2 alarm clock, moved forward 30 minutes. Week 3 alarm clock, changed to 47 seconds before I need to log on. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Okay, here's the next one. My son just asked me if when I was little I had to stay inside for COVID's 1 through 18. That's good. That's good. How have your kids been taking the lockdown? Ours have taken it in their stride in lots of things, but they've had some bizarre questions along the way.
We should explain, we've got 3 daughters, 7, 5 and 3, and they now know the words coronavirus, they know the words 2 meters apart. Yeah, they're enjoying it.
I just talked to my daughter, I put her to bed tonight, and she was very excited to tell me. She goes, no, because Daddy, we can do it 1 meters now as well, so we can get closer. So it's good that she knows. Here's one for everyone who's perhaps tonight needs a little bit of a cheer up.
Ready.
If you're feeling a bit down because of self-isolation, just cut bread into a hand shape. When it pops up in the toaster, it feels like someone's giving you a high five.
I know what we're having for breakfast in the morning. There you go.
Not that. Too fiddly. Okay, next up. What if this is what finally stops the DFS sale? Now, we've got a DFS sofa. Okay, we went in and we were completely suckered into this. It's an amazing sofa.
It is
really
brilliant. There is always a DFS sale, but not at the moment. So there you go.
There you go. And the last one, and I think you'll enjoy this. I'm not saying I'm going to suck at homeschooling my kids, but my daughter just asked, Dad, what's a synonym? And I replied, it's a spice. Have a top week, everybody. Well, we're not going to talk about homeschooling tonight because...
it's the summer holidays!
The summer holidays, and also some of our daughter's teachers might be watching.
Coming up for you next, we've got 2 things that we think you're going to really enjoy. First of all, we've got another performance sung by the wonderful Sharon. And then we've got an amazing story to share with you of someone's life and how it has been changed.
Yeah, you're going to hear Alan's story. Alan's a part of TLC. He's an amazing guy. And what God has done in his life is awesome. Now, be aware, especially if you've got young kids with you at this moment, that some of the themes are a little bit more of an adult nature. But we present it in a way that we think is going to be okay, palatable, and will probably lead some good discussion as well. But remember, it all leads back to what Jesus has done. So you ready? Let's go for some great music.
Makes my question go too large, and I feel that I run far. My memory fails me right. I get enslaved to my own mind. Forgetfulness of your grace drags me around for miles until I see the corner of your smile. Oh, you've captured my heart in ways I didn't know I could be captured. In ways I didn't know I could be captured. I fall so short from what I achieve. Start to agree with what I don't believe. My century fails the truth. I forget who I am in you. Forgetfulness of your grace drags me around for miles until I see the corner of your smile. You've captured my heart in ways I didn't know I could be captured. You've captured my heart in ways I didn't know I could be captured. Yeah. be captured. You've captured my heart in ways I didn't know I could be captured. Oh.
Firstly, mate, thank you so much for coming on to do Sunday Night Live-ish with us.
Yep, no worries, pleasure.
Can you just introduce yourself for us? Well, who are you and where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm Alan. Originally, I'm from Liverpool. You're looking at the most blessed man on the planet because I'm married to the most beautiful wife, Kate. Have the two amazing kids, Imani and Gabriel. I'm ginger. I'm a Liverpool fan. So, yeah, it doesn't come much better than that.
You're a Liverpool boy. How on earth do you end up in Leicester?
I'm the youngest of four, and I just remember coming in from my last day from GCSEs. My mum said she was leaving my dad, and then she moved down south, so I hung around in Liverpool for a bit. I ended up moving down south with my mum. I'm like my elder sister lives down south as well, and then I've been here, there and everywhere, down to Cornwall, East Sussex, West Sussex, and then Leicester.
Tell us a little bit about what life was like before you met Jesus.
I was always brought up a Catholic kind of thing. We used to always go to church on a Sunday, and then my football career started taking off. And, you know, my mum was just like, you know, she didn't force anything on me. She just said, you know, the decision's yours kind of thing. So naturally, I chose football. During my period in my 20s and stuff like that, actually, it was when I moved down to Cornwall. I got a phone call one day from a few of my friends in Hastings saying, oh, you'll never guess what's happened kind of thing. And long of it short, and that they got involved with like a gangster up in London, and they started working for him and stuff like that. So I started driving up to Hastings every weekend, started taking like a lot of like a couple of kilos of cannabis down to Newquay, started selling that. Looking back at it now, it was bleak, mate. It wasn't great. And then I ended up falling out with my mate I moved down there with, moved back to Hastings. We were multi-million-pound drug gang, really, exporting cars to the continent, involved in all kinds, really, mate. And, you know, looking back now through it all, I just felt so lonely through it all. You know, never had no stability. It was just a dark and murky world. The stuff I've seen kind of thing, the stuff what's happened, you know, the people you meet and stuff. People try and portray it as this amazing world kind of thing, and it's just not the reality of it, mate. You know, my life was just a dark, dark place, mate.
In a dark, dark place that felt incredibly lonely, running cars and drugs and other bits, what on earth happened that led you to Jesus?
My eldest sister, she fled a relationship. She plucked up the courage one day, went to the council. The council sort of gave her a train ticket for her and the girls and said, get on the train, go here. Once a month I used to go over, make sure the girls were all right, make sure my sister was cool and stuff like that. And she just come out with it. Was like, yeah, we started going to church. It's amazing. It's nothing like what we grew up with. It's like, it's on an industrial estate. They've got a full-on like band on, and it's just amazing and that. So I was like, okay, you know, that's great kind of thing. I'm really made up for you and that. Like, went back to Hastings, carried on with my life, what I was doing and stuff like that. She finally moved out of there and got her own place. So I went over to do a bit of decorating for her. And it come the Sunday and she was like, right, we're going to church kind of thing. Like, are you going to come? So I was like, nothing else to do. Yeah, might as well go and check it out and see what it's like. And
worst that could happen.
That's it. One of them things, be sitting in the house on my own and that. And you know what, mate? It did. It just blew me away. Like, I mean, there must have been near on 500 people in the church and that, you know, the full band and stuff like that. But actually, the funny thing is, you know, there might as well have been nobody in that church, because what the pastor preached basically just, in a nutshell, described my life without literally naming my life and going into the very detail of it. Like, he just hit the nail on the head and that. And, I was in tears.
Sisters obviously fled a bad relationship. You're caught up in all this stuff working for this gangster, but yet you find yourself bawling your eyes out in the middle of church.
Yeah, that's it, man. At the end of it, I was just like sat there at the back of the church and was just like, what is this guy doing? Like, is this a setup or what? Like, how did he know all of this about me? Why of all the times is he choosing to pick on me like this and that? And then right at the end, the funny thing is, he turned around and goes, God wants you to know there's no condemnation there. And that's just when I just burst into tears, mate. And then,
wow.
Yeah, at the end, like, he gave an altercation to go forward and that, and I was just like, yeah, I'm there, right at the front.
That's incredible. So out of that situation, the pastor speaks directly into your life with no condemnation. And in that moment, what, Jesus just grabs your heart, or what made you go forward?
When he said them words, God doesn't condemn yet, I just felt like a massive weight just come off me. I didn't recognize it then, but, looking back, that was definitely the presence of God touching my life.
Absolutely.
I was just like, I had no option then. I knew the only option I had was to go forward and let him pray for me. Yeah, as soon as you surrender to God and you give your life to him and you fully accept him and know, he is real, you can trust him, you can depend on him, it does make a difference. The word says he is for you and not against you. So I truly do believe, like, everything what has come now is because I've given my life to him.
So all of that journey, what does life look like now?
Well, married, 2 kids, a mortgage, my own business. It's just worlds apart. It's like completely 180 degrees. I never really saw a future. I didn't, I always wanted to get married. I always wanted the kids and stuff like that. And, that's God's heart for us, to redeem us, to transform us from death to life. That's what I'm walking in now, is his life. I personally believe he's real, kind of thing, but if you're on that fence, maybe he is real, maybe he's not. Wouldn't you want him in your life? If he created everything,
come on,
he holds the world in his hand, he knows the hairs on your head, he knows everything about you. His love never ever diminishes for you. Why would you not want somebody like that in your life? Let his love pour out on you.
Lord, I want to thank you for Alan. Jesus, what a story of transformation that you've done in his life. Lord, I pray that the words he's spoken today and the testimony of his life and the miracle that you've done in him, Lord, that people would be able to take faith from his journey and apply that into their own. So Lord, I pray blessing on Alan, blessing on the people watching this, in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, it's time for the live-ish part of the show. We are going to play a mini version of Catchphrase, Family Fortunes, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And when we get to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you could win some actual prizes. So, if you want to take part, all you need to do is make sure you're on YouTube. You can be doing it on a mobile phone or a tablet or on a computer in your browser. I believe you can even comment on your smart TV, but it'll just take a while using your controller. So make sure you're there and make sure you're ready in the chat. Why not say hello right now? And I'll tell you how it's going to work as we go through. But it's time to find out who's going to be our champion of our first quiz show. That's right. It's Catchphrase!
Catchphrase is where you get a clue on the screen to a famous phrase or saying. So have a look at our first one here. Alright, these are all just warming up, having some fun. So you got a little map. And the place is nowhere. Anyway, see if you're alright. Here's number 2. This is my favourite one. What are they doing? If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Okay, let's have a look at the third. So you've got chess, snakes and ladders, some cards. Where's he putting them? Anyway, let's have a look at the fourth. I think this one needs no explanation. Remember, you can write your answers in the chat if you get them. Number 5. Okay, have you got it? I guess one part of this is easy, but how just getting it in the right order. And here's number 6. Yeah, I like this. Nice little French stereotype there. Okay, let's see if you got any of those 6. This is just for fun. Here we go. That was the middle of nowhere. The second one, I Spy with my little eye. That was good. Number 3, game face, or you can have put your game face on. Number 4, golden eagle. Number 5, worm your way out. And number 6, plaster of Paris. Okay, but here's the challenge. We've got 9 little boxes on the screen. We're going to reveal them one at a time. First person to put it in the chat wins a prize. Here we go. First answer in the chat wins a prize. Okay, it looks like a famous footballer, but who is it? Have you got it? The best is ahead. If no one put it, then no one wins. Anyway, thanks for playing Catchphrase. Now, for our next one, it's Family Fortunes. Remember how it works? We asked 100, well, we didn't, someone did. Asked 100 people for their answers to these questions. So, put your answers right now in the chat. You need to put 3 answers in a row, and you only have 38 seconds left. You'll put in an answer for a type of seafood, things that people are chased by in movies, and a breed of dog. Remember, you're trying to pick the answer that most people would have guessed. It's not just your first answer, it's the most popular answer. So when you've got your combination of 3 words, you can put it in the chat. You have 15 seconds left. This combination of words you've probably never said together at any point. So get your top answer for those 3 categories and begin to put it in the chat now. Just a few more seconds. Okay, let's have a look at numbers 4, 3 and 2 on the lists. Type of seafood, 4 was crab, 3 was lobster, 2 was mussels. Things people are chased by in movies, 4 was dinosaurs, 3 was the police, and 2 was cars. So if you put any of those, you were not right. And a breed of dog, number 4 was poodle, number 3 was Alsatian, number 2 was pug. Let's have a look at the top answers. A type of seafood was prawns. Things people are chased by in movies was zombies. And a breed of dog was Labrador. So if you put prawns, zombies, and Labrador in the chat, congratulations, you won. We're going to take all of the correct answers and we're going to choose a random winner right now. But now it's time for Millionaire. This is an adapted version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when you got a chance to become a £20 6 Degrees voucher heir. So, 5 questions, getting gradually harder. Each of them, you will come out saying either A, B, C, or D. And when we finish the 5 questions, all you have to do is post your 5 letters. So it could be A, or B. Anyway, let's go for question 1. Question 1. The golfer born ELDRICK TONT Woods is best known by what first name? Is it A, snake, B, tiger, C, vulture, or D, shark? One more time. The golfer born ELDRICK TONT Woods is best known by what first name? A, snake, B, tiger, C, vulture, or D, shark? So you'll have 1 letter as your answer. Keep that somewhere safe. And now, question 2. When referring to a toilet, what do the letters WC stand for? Is it A, wash cupboard, B, waste chamber, C, walled cabinet, or D, water closet? When referring to a toilet, what does WC stand for? A wash cupboard, B, a waste chamber, C, a walled cabinet, or D, a water closet? So write down the letter of your answer now. And let's go to question 3. The song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, performed by AEROSMITH, featured on the soundtrack of which 1998 film? Was it A, The Big Lebowski, B, Armageddon, C, Deep Impact, or D, The Truman Show? So the song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, performed by AEROSMITH, featured on which 1998 film? A, The Big Lebowski, B, Armageddon, C, Deep Impact, or D, The Truman Show? So write down your answer. You should now have 3 letters. Let's go to question 4. The Taj Mahal UNESCO World Heritage Site is located in which Indian state? Is it A, Uttar Pradesh, B, Kerala, C, Gujarat, or D, West Bengal? So we all know the Taj Mahal, we've all seen it on pictures, but which Indian state is it located in? A, Uttar Pradesh, B, Kerala, C, Gujarat, or D, West Bengal? Get your answer down. You should have 4 letters, and it's time for your final question. Question 5. Which of these people was born the same year as Queen Elizabeth II? Is it A, Audrey Hepburn, B, Judy Garland, C, Julie Andrews, or D, Marilyn Monroe? Which of these people shares Queen Elizabeth II's birth year? Is it A, Audrey Hepburn, B, Judy Garland, C, Julie Andrews, or D, Marilyn Monroe? So right now, you should have 5 letters. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to recap the questions in case you missed one. And that is your time. Now put your 5 letters into the chat. Have you got your 5 in? Let's have a look at the answers. Of course, the golfer-born ELDRICK TONT Woods is Tiger Woods. That was B. Did you get it right? It's easy if you know, I guess. Right, the second question. WC stands for water closet. That's D. B and D so far. Anyone got 2 out of 2? Let's see what you get with the third question. The song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing was performed as part of Armageddon. Maybe now I've said it, you can picture that moment. Anyway, it's B, D, B. Let's have a look at 4. The Taj Mahal is located in Uttar Pradesh. That's right, it's A. If anyone's got B, D, B, A so far, start to get excited. And question 5, it was Marilyn Monroe. That's D. So the letters that will be the 5 correct answers are B, D, B, A, and D. If you got 4 out of 5, give yourself a pat on the back. 3 out of 5, give yourself a small tap on the back. 2 out of 5, not bad. But well done, everybody. And congratulations to our champions. Right now in the chat, we're going to put some winners. The catchphrase winner, the family fortunes winner, and the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire winner. Your prize will be on its way. We'll get in touch with you right now. Anyway, thanks for taking part of our live quiz game show, part of Sunday Night Live-ish. And now, it's back to the very handsome hosts.
If you were a winner, then congratulations. And if you weren't, don't worry. Thanks for taking part.
Right now, we've got a message from Pastor Josh, and along with that, a great song as well from our musicians. So, enjoy.
Well, maybe you're sat at home and you've watched this and you've been moved by Alan's story, his testimony, his personal account of how God himself rescued him from a situation that looked inescapable and brought him through to freedom. Maybe you find yourself today in a situation that feels dark and bleak and lonely. And the same God who rescued Alan wants to rescue you. Jesus tells a story in Luke chapter 15 of a shepherd who has 100 sheep. One sheep goes missing. And what does he do? He leaves the 99 that he knows to be safe in order to chase after and rescue the lost one. Alan was that lost one. I have been that lost one. Maybe you're that lost sheep today. The message of Christianity is incredibly simple, that God is a good shepherd and he wants to know you. He wants to chase after you to rescue you.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me, yeah. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me, yes. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it, and still you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, yeah.
In the beginning, God made the world and everything in it, and the pinnacle of his creation was humanity, because we've been made in the image and the likeness of God. God ordained us and built us for relationship with him, but humanity began to mess things up. The Bible calls this sin. And as humanity sinned, there became this rift and chasm between God and his people. Humanity keeps messing up. So enter Jesus. Over 2,000 years ago, God himself came to earth, born as a baby, fully God and fully man, in a mystery so beautiful that we'll never begin to understand it. And Jesus lived a perfect life, and at the age of around 33, died on a cross. You see, when Jesus died on the cross, my sin, my mistakes, my shame, and yours was what held him there. But when he died, the sin that held him to the cross died with him. 3 days after death, Jesus rose victorious and defeated sin and the grave. And he begins to pave the way again for relationship with you and I. God created us and made us for relationship. We've all gone astray like the story of the lost sheep, but then Jesus comes to make sure that we can all be found.
There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, there's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me.
Today, wherever you are, if you're not a follower of Christ, know this, that Jesus died on a cross because he loves you, to take away your sin because he longs for a relationship with you. You and I were made to know God the Father. And today you can begin a relationship with Jesus Christ. Maybe you want to reach out to the person who invited you to tonight. Or maybe if you're ready, you want to take a step right now towards Jesus. If that's you, I'm going to pray a simple prayer. And why don't you pray this in your heart? And if you do so, let us know so that we can help you on this journey of finding and following Christ. Why not pray this? Jesus, thank you that you love me. Thank you that you were willing to die for me. Thank you that my sin and shame have been put to death on the cross. Thank you that you chased after me. Today I give you my life. I accept you as my God and my King. Amen.
Coming after me, and oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it, till you give yourself away. And oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
If something we've talked about tonight has touched your heart, if you want to make a step towards Jesus or simply talk to one of the pastors of TLC, then there's a form that we're putting a link to right now. It's in the description and it's in the live chat. If you click on that, you can fill in as many details as you're comfortable with, let us know, and we would love to get in touch with you and help you on your journey.
Great. Now, something we've all been waiting for. It's time to find out who is the winner of the head-to-head challenge.
Come on, Josh.
Come on, Beth!
Come on, Josh. Versus Josh. Josh was our champion. Now, Beth, it's time for your forfeit.
It's time to start making my tea bath. I think this may take a while. I just need a little bit more milk, it's quite dark. There we go. Oh, it's not the temperature. Oh. It's my tea bath. I'm just chilling in my tea. I don't know how long to be there now.
And Josh, let's have a look at your reward.
after Josh's annihilation on the Zoom, we decided to pay Beth a little visit with a little treat.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey!
You got your little pizza here, Beth.
Pizza!
See ya.
Win next time though. Bring it on next time.
See you next time for another Head to Head. And that is it. Thank you so much for being part of Sunday Night Live-ish. It's been great to be together.
And I've got some really good news for you. If you've enjoyed tonight, then we're going to be doing this again in September.
And remember, if you want to make a step towards Jesus, or ask a question, or get in touch with someone, fill in the form that's in the description or the chat. If you want to know more about TLC, head to our website. And we meet every Sunday online, and you can engage with the service. So we'd love to see you next Sunday. And one more thing.
Thanks so much for being part of Sunday Night Live-ish. It's been brilliant to have you with us. We're Trinity Life Church. Be blessed.
From Tom and I, we have loved spending our evening with you, and we will see you soon.
And remember, stay sage.